here at Benchmark Abrasives. Last week we talked about picking the right flap disc for the right job, the grinding aspect of working with steel. This week, let's talk about that tiny little annoying pain in the ass thing that can make your life a living hell if not handled properly. I am not talking about hemorrhoids, people. Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm talking about burrs, okay? So let's talk burrs. Because let's be honest, you can have the most perfect welds, clean cuts, tight tolerances, everything dialed in, and still ruin the whole project with sloppy burr removal. Okay, not only that, but let's not forget that a hidden burr can slice your glove or even worse, your own hand. Okay, so let's talk about the right way to handle these. Okay, flap this. If you've got crazy aggressive burrs or sharp edges that need to go away fast, this is your go-to. Flap discs are great for things like rollover burrs of any kind of cutting plasma, laser edges, general weld cleanup. But here's the deal. You got to run these at the right angle so the flap disc can do the work for you. Don't lean into these things like you're mad at it, okay? Too much pressure, it's just going to lead to heat buildup. It's going to lead to gouging the material. It's also going to burn through your flap disc way faster than it should be. Don't do that. Now, once the burr is knocked down, your job isn't quite done yet, okay? That's when you're going to want to switch over to some surface conditioning discs like these, okay? These are for refinement, blending edges, smoothing the transition lines, cleaning up little imperfections, getting the surface ready for coating or paint of some kind, all right? These are not designed for heavy stock removal. They're meant to smooth and finish, okay? So that being said, use light pressure, keep a consistent motion, and keep the part cool. Now, if you're dealing with some serious defects or just a lot of material removal, you're going to skip trying to use the flap disc entirely and go right for the source, okay? You're going to want to go with a grinding wheel, okay? But remember, using the grinding wheel for just removing material only, not for any kind of finishing. Doing that's going to lead to a whole other set of problems. Trust me, you don't want to go that way. The key here is using the right tool for each stage, avoiding the following: applying too much pressure, running the grinder too steep, skipping grit progression, okay, especially with these, trying to use the same thing for every step. The burring isn't about brute force, it's about control, okay? Your angle control affects how the disc cuts, how long it lasts. Your pressure control affects heat and finish quality, and heat management protects both the part and whatever coating is getting applied later, okay? Because the goal here isn't just burr be gone, right? The goal is smooth, safe, ready for finish metal. Clean edges means better coating adhesion, fewer stress points, and a safer finished product overall, okay? That's all I have for you this week. Don't forget, orders over $300 gets you a grind to the grave banner. Okay, no code necessary, just while supplies last. Okay, I'll see you all on the other side of the bench. Until next time, this is Victor with Benchmark Abrasive saying, if it ain't BA, it's probably BS. Laters.